All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about a massive shift for marketing agencies. I mean, how to move away from that old project-by-project grind and actually turn your business into a scalable software company. And we're going to do it using GoHighLevel's white label SaaS mode. This is literally the blueprint for building predictable, recurring revenue.
You know, this quote from Ray O'Daniel just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly sums up the biggest headache for so many agencies. It's that constant feast or famine cycle. You land a great client, you pour your heart into the work, and then, poof, the project's over, the money stops, and you're right back on the hamster wheel hunting for the next gig. It's stressful, and it's no way to grow a business.
But what if you could change the game completely? Imagine if your clients paid you every single month, automatically, like they pay their light bill. That's the big promise of the SaaS model. You're not just a service provider anymore. You're giving them an essential tool, your own software, and they pay you for it month in, month out. That creates stability. That's how you build a real foundation for growth.
So, here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll dig into the problem. Then we'll walk through the solution step by step, building your foundation, designing your SaaS plans, finding those hidden profits, managing all your clients, and finally, what your agency looks like on the other side.
All right, first up, let's spend a minute on that revenue roller coaster, a ride that I'm sure way too many of you are familiar with.
Look, when your entire business model is built on one-off projects or retainers, you're always on shaky ground. Losing just one big client can blow a huge hole in your monthly revenue. And what happens then? You're forced to scramble, you're in this high-pressure sales mode just to keep the lights on. It's absolutely exhausting. And let's be honest, it is not a scalable way to build a future.
Okay, enough about the problem. Let's start building the solution. And it all begins with the most important first step, getting the technical and brand foundation of your new software locked in.
Before you can sell software, it needs to feel like your software. That's what white labeling is all about. You take the incredible GoHighLevel platform and you completely rebrand it. Your logo, your colors, your own custom web addresses. So when your client logs in, they see your agency. They don't see GoHighLevel. This is absolutely critical for building trust and credibility right from the start.
So how do you get that complete professional brand experience? Well, it boils down to these 4 key steps. First, you set up your white label domain. That's the custom URL your clients will use to log in. Next, you configure your API domain, which is super important because it makes sure that every link the system generates, for calendars, forms, you name it, is also branded to you. Then you add your email sending domain to make sure your emails actually get delivered. And finally, a client portal domain to create a branded home for courses or memberships. Each one of these builds on the last to create a totally seamless experience.
Let's just break this down a bit more, because each of these domains solves a different piece of the branding puzzle. Your white label domain, like app.youragency.com, that's the front door. It's where your clients go. But the API domain is that subtle touch of professionalism that makes every link they share look like it came from you. The email domain is non-negotiable for deliverability. It keeps you out of the spam folder. And that client portal domain, it just ties everything together into a branded educational hub for your clients.
Okay, your brand foundation is solid. Now for the really fun part, designing the actual product your clients are going to buy. This is where we get strategic about packaging, features, and setting prices.
So what even is SaaS mode? Think of it as the master switch. It's a feature you get on the GoHighLevel Pro plan that unlocks the power to do everything we're talking about. It's what lets you resell the software as your own, under your brand, with your features, at your prices. It turns GHL from a tool you use into a product you sell. And the heart of this whole operation is the SaaS configurator. This is your mission control for building your software business. Right inside this tool, you'll create your different plans, you'll literally check boxes for which features go into each tier, and you'll set the monthly price. This is where your recurring revenue is born. And this is where the strategy comes in. You don't just create one plan, right? You create tiers. You might have a standard plan with all the essentials, the CRM, campaigns, the website builder. But then you create a premium plan, and that's where you put the really high-value stuff, like conversation AI or advanced workflows. This creates a really clear upgrade path. A client starts on standard, their business grows, and suddenly upgrading to premium is a no-brainer.
So those monthly subscription fees are awesome. They're your foundation, but they are just the beginning. Now let's talk about unlocking some serious, often overlooked profit centers.
This right here is a total game changer. Your clients are going to be using the system to send text messages, make phone calls, and use amazing AI tools. GoHighLevel lets you buy those services at a wholesale cost, and then you can rebill your clients at a higher rate. You literally become their utility company, making a profit every time they use the tools to grow their own business.
Just look at how direct this path to profit is. For every single text message sent, every email, every conversation the AI has, you can add a small margin. Now, on its own, it might seem small, but think about it. When you have dozens or even hundreds of clients, all actively using the platform every day, this usage-based revenue becomes a massive, and I mean massive, second income stream on top of your monthly fees.
And it doesn't even stop there. GoHighLevel also lets you resell other powerful services directly through the platform. You could offer Yext for managing online business listings, you can integrate and charge for WhatsApp messaging, you can even provide managed WordPress hosting or resell specialized apps. Every single one of these is another potential revenue stream you can add to your offer.
Okay, so you've got the brand, you've got the plans, and the clients are signing up. How in the world do you manage all of this without completely losing your mind? Well, let's take a look at your new mission control.
The Sub-Accounts dashboard is your command center. From this one single screen, you can see every client you have. You can securely log into their account to help them out. You can monitor all their usage for billing. But the real secret weapon here is snapshots. These are like pre-built templates of funnels, workflows, and settings. A new client signs up, you can deploy a complete account setup with one click. This takes onboarding from a process that could take days down to just a few minutes. This is how you scale.
So we've walked through the problem, the setup, the pricing, the management. Let's zoom out and really appreciate the massive transformation this creates for your entire business.
And that's the bottom line. This is the big shift. You've fundamentally changed your business model. You are no longer just trading time for money, building one more website or running one more ad campaign. You are now a software company owner. You're selling a product that works for your clients 24/7, creating a truly scalable asset that can grow way beyond anything a traditional service-based agency could ever dream of.
We've just laid out the entire blueprint for you. This whole system puts the tools of creation right into your hands. It gives you the foundation to build stable, predictable income and to scale your agency in a way that the old model just can't. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?